Hello and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is your Fearless Friday message with Callie DeBlanda Brigham calling from beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida. Well, last month I made a post on my social media and basically said, Santa, if you're listening, all I want for Christmas is ... And then I had a few different slides. And the first one said, for people to stop telling me how busy I am and to tell me I'm awesome instead. Busy. Oh, my goodness. What a word, right? What a concept. Feels like there are busy badges being handed out all the time. Maybe we put one on ourselves. Well, in a podcast recording that I did yesterday with a woman in the real estate industry, we were talking, and towards the very end, she said something I thought really profound. She said that her friends seem to tell her all the time, or acquaintances maybe, how busy she is. And she reframes that to them, and she says, you know what, it's probably that you see me doing a lot of things. It's not busy, though. It's productive. She also said that they don't see her totally be done by 6 o'clock on the couch talking to her husband while he cooks dinner. They're empty nesters now. They don't see her enjoying binge watching a show on Saturday because she got everything done during the week. So I thought I wanted to talk to you today about the difference between being busy and being productive. So have you ever finished a day feeling exhausted, but wondering, what did I actually accomplish today? My mom calls that spinning her wheels. Busy is about movement. It's about checking off tasks. It's about multitasking. It's about staying occupied. But productive is about results. Excuse me, guys. I know. 3.5 weeks of this. Silly cough. Doing the right tasks that drive your business or personal life forward. The right tasks. Okay. So what's the difference in our Mary Kay businesses? Let's just start there. What does busy look like? Well, busy could be spending time organizing products, organizing samples without actually reaching out to customers. Busy could be watching trainings, listening to trainings, and not applying what you've learned. Listening could be scrolling social media for inspiration, of course, but not creating any posts or connecting with any people through social media. You know, busy could also mean if the same person or the same task is on your list every day and you're going through the motions and you're just contact them again. That is busy. Busy work could be even putting in the right work but not doing it with your full intention, right? It could be copy and pasting the same message to everybody on an entire bubble sheet. That could be busy. And then maybe you look at your bubble sheet and you wonder why no one's messaging you back or you're getting no's on your bubble sheet. So busy could be a lot of things. It can be definitely checking off boxes. Busy can also mean reactive. It can mean that you are responding to everybody else's needs, problems, urgent matters. Okay, is anybody starting to realize that maybe they're living in the land of busy? Because at the end of the day, if you're feeling like I still have so much left to do tomorrow, or I don't know why this isn't working for me, I'm doing all the work, well, it's probably because you're just busy. Let's talk about productive. Productive might mean instead checking in on 3 customers to follow up with them, checking in on them to book a party, again, seeing how their products are working, upselling. Being productive today might not just be filling out your preferred customer program, which is due today, by the way, if you're listening on Friday, but it could also mean, while I am adding to my customer list, could I get some referrals? Could I get some leads? Could I double check with my customers? Is this still your address? Oh, and by the way, here are my 50% special deals for the month. Or, by the way, I just had, by the way, I just had a customer reach out last night, and she's like, I am just so dry right now. And instead of just saying, okay, let's just give you this intense moisturizing cream instead or whatever, I said, well, tell me about your routine. And only to discover that she was really only doing the very bare minimum, and no wonder she was still feeling dry. And so I was able to build trust. And in that I said, and in addition, what other fun samples? You know what? I have been looking for a couple things to try. Okay, great. That's being productive instead of just busy. Productive could also mean using social media to share value, a personal story, maybe something special that's coming up that you're doing, connecting with people. It could also mean taking 20 minutes a day and interacting with people. I'm kind of guilty of that. I tend to set it and forget it. I'll respond to comments from people, but I don't necessarily use it as much as I should in growing a relationship with people, making those emotional deposits, and making sure that they feel important on social media. Productive could also mean, if I am doing the same things and getting the same results, for example, I keep calling the same people and I keep getting ghosted by it, then maybe productive is today I'm going to brainstorm on where I could get some new leads. I'm so proud of one of the consultants in my unit. She just decided, she literally just started calling schools and dental offices to go in and do appreciations. She's like, I'm just going to call 10 a day. What's the worst thing that could happen? And from the 10, she's getting 2 or 3 that are saying yes. Imagine being productive by initiating leads. I said something in my stories yesterday, and I'm going to probably butcher it because I don't have the quote in front of me, but it was basically saying that we can't use the same thinking to solve the problems that same thinking got us into. We have to think differently. Okay, well, it's not just about our Mary Kay life. We're holistic people. In our personal life, busy could be tackling endless to-do lists but neglecting quality time with family, saying yes to everything without prioritizing what matters. But productive could mean scheduling time to unplug and be present with loved ones. Every day when I hear the garage door when my kids get home from school, I'm by no means perfect, but I do kind of throw my phone. And I throw my phone and I grab my dog. And when my kids come in the door, I go, to get to her, you got to come to me. And one sits on one side, one sits on the other side on the couch. And they all snuggle the dog, but I pretend like they're snuggling me. By the way, teenagers don't need a lot of your time when they walk in the door. But you can get a little bit of time, and then they can go decompress a little bit, and they're then ready in the evening for some more time with you. It could also mean identifying, the top 3 things that have to get done today, or the top 1 thing that has to get done today. So what are some very small shifts that you could do? Again, start with your priorities. Priorities will drive productivity. What is the one thing that will move the needle today? Align those activities in your day with what the bigger picture is for your week or your month. Time block your day. That's such an important thing. This really does work for all kinds of different personalities. It's just sort of how you time block, when you time block, what that looks like. Nobody said time block had to be 5 hours. It could be 20 minutes. But schedule time for your income-producing activities. Protect that personal time for your rest and for your family and stick to it. And then measure your results, not just your activity. And I know that can be hard sometimes, but measure your progress by your outcomes, not just your hours worked. It's so interesting. People ask me for years, they still, how many hours do you work? I have no idea. I don't get paid by hour. I don't clock in somewhere and clock out. I have no idea. I work till I get the results, period. I work till the job is done. Never have clocked in. I probably work more than I did when I was working for somebody else, but it doesn't matter because I work when I want to. Okay, I'm recording this message at 6:30 in the morning. All right, let me wrap it up here with my voice. Remember that being busy feels good in the moment, but being productive builds a life and a business that you dream of. So, are you serving your goals and your dreams, or is it just noise? So, you don't have to do everything, but you do want to do the right things. So, let's focus on making progress and not just being in motion. All right, you guys, have a productive kind of day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.